Alright, so as far as writing, this writing tab right here, you can always come back through and you can change this stuff. The size of the post box, 20 lines, converting emojis to smiley faces. I don't really like that, so I like to unselect this. Default post category, leave that uncategorized. Just basically leave, the way that WordPress has this set up is pretty much everything is going to be set up the way that it should be. So let's just leave let's leave this whole writing page just the way it is now. You can always come in here and change things later. Let's go to reading. So your front page will display your latest post or a static page. To give you an example of what that would look like, most WordPress blogs, if you add new information, it's going to take it and it's going to throw it up on your front page, your home page. So it's going to always keep refreshing your front page or your home page to give people that are coming to your site the latest information that you have added into this dashboard of your WordPress admin. And those are going to be added over here in posts, and we're going to go into that in here in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and leave it at your latest post, and then blog pages, leave that at 10. Syndicated feeds, leave that at 10. For each article in a feed, leave that full. Encoding, don't change that. Save the changes, which we didn't change anything, so let's just go ahead and move on. Discussion. This is when people are adding comments to your blog, and we're going to get into the avatars down there. Your default article settings, let's go ahead and leave all those selected. Other comment settings, comment author must fill out name and email. You definitely want that so that you don't have someone that's just coming to your site and spamming and putting all sorts of comments on your blog that you don't want or you don't need. So definitely leave that selected. Users must be registered and logged in to comment. You don't necessarily want that because you want comments. You want people to enjoy what you're doing and go ahead and leave you a comment, and they don't have to be registered or logged in to be able to do that. So leave that unselected. Automatically close comments. You don't want to select that. I would go ahead and just leave all this the way that it is. Email me whenever someone. Yeah, I definitely want to know when someone posts a comment. A comment is held for moderation. So what moderation means is if you want it to be to where someone just comes to your site and they post a comment and boom, it's live right then and there, you can always leave it unselected where it doesn't go into moderation. But I like it to be in moderation to where if someone leaves a comment and they're just slandering whatever I'm putting on my site, I don't want that to go live automatically. I want an email to come to me, let me read that, and then if I want to approve it, then I can approve it myself. And I want that to be up to me, not up to just random chance. So definitely leave this selected. And then come down here. Okay, so avatar. So this is all going to be controlled by Gravatar.com. So what Gravatar stands for is Globally Recognized Avatar. You can come in here and you can take a picture that you have on Facebook or something that you have in your computer. You can upload it to Gravatar. And what that does is anytime you are on someone else's WordPress blog or if they're on your WordPress blog, it's going to automatically fill in your face for that, which is kind of cool. It's pretty neat to have kind of like a personal touch to it. If someone doesn't have an avatar picture set up on Gravatar and they comment on your blog, you can set what your default it's going to be. You can have blank. You can do just the Gravatar logo. You can do a mystery man. You can do any of these over here, which is kind of neat. And if they do have an avatar, it's always going to have whatever they set on Gravatar to be their avatar that's going to pop up on your blog. So go ahead and click Save Changes. The next one's going to be Media. Let's go ahead and click on that. And once again, the default for WordPress is all set up really well, and a lot of this stuff you don't even have to change. So let's just go ahead and leave that the way it is. Privacy. They're going to ask you two questions. Do you want search engines to index this site or not? And without question, you want Google to crawl your site. You want Yahoo and Bing to crawl your site. And that's what's going to get you to move up from the 5th page of Google to the 3rd or 4th article on the front page of Google, which is exactly what you want. That's how you're going to get a lot of your traffic. People go into Google and they search things, which is up here in my menu bar, and you want your site to pop up all the time. And if you have this to where it's not going to be indexed by Google or any of the search engines, then no one's even going to know that your site's out there on the web. So you definitely want to keep that selected. I like how by default that is selected, so don't do anything with that. And what this is going to do, this is really important. And the reason why this is important is, let's say for example, if it's set by default, I think that yours might be set by day and name, which is going to give you the year that you're in, the month, the day, and then it's going to give you a sample post, which is good, but there's a better way of doing this. And to give you an example of what this looks like, let's say if I go to my site, I go down to my dummy post and I hit Hello World. What this does is this changes my web address to www.profitablecarsite.com /P1, which basically stands for page 1. And let's say when Google comes to crawl my site, not only are they going to crawl my site and look for information down here, they're also going to look at the web address or the domain name with the web address after that to index that as well. And P equals 1 is not really going to give them anything to index at all. So if I come back to this, what I want you to do is, for lack of a better way of explaining this, I want you to type in %, post name, %, and that's going to be custom structure. It's going to be selected, and I want you to come down here and click Save Changes. And that's going to be the only thing that we change in here. As you see, when I hit Save Changes, it puts a / in front of it. That is totally okay. But what that's going to do is when I come back to my site, and I refresh the site, or actually let's just go back to the home page, which is going to refresh it in itself. And then I come down to my Hello World post and I click on that. What it's going to do is my web address changes from the P equals 1, it changes it to Hello World. So this is going to look a lot better when you're trying to tell people what the site is, or what the name of the pages that you want to go to on your site. The article is called Hello World, and you can see that it's up here in the web address. And also when Google and Bing and all the search engines index your site, they're going to see that it also has Hello World in the web address instead of it just being down here in the site and your web address saying P1, P2, P3, whatever page that was that you made. So this is definitely going to be a lot better to have post name with the % on either side of it. And that's going to get you prepared and all set up. The back end of WordPress is going to be set up for you. That gives you a good start, and then from here we're going to move on to the next tutorial.